and welcome to Meals with Maria. Today I have some $0 dinners for you, right? $0 dinners, $0 dinners, $0 dinners. Yes, yes, yes. I know you guys love these, and I love them too because that's actually my favorite way to cook. Just going through the cabinets, what do we have? I like to buy my meat in advance, put it in the freezer, make my meal plan based off what we already have, and then fill in the blanks. But with these ones, I don't even fill in the blanks. I already have stuff in my freezer in my pantry, and I'm just making meals. So I've got a couple of new ones for you, some old favorites, and I'm just excited to share. So this first recipe is called chicken holiday casserole. You ever have, something in your cabinets that you're like, okay, I need to use this, and it's probably been way too long, and I've been thinking about using it, and finally today was the day I got to make that recipe that I've been wanting to use, that stuffing that has been sitting there forever for. So you need 2 cups of stuffing mix divided, 3/4 a cup of chicken broth. You can see I'm using chicken bouillon, and that makes it super easy, so I always have it available. It says a pound of chicken breast, but guess what? I had cut up turkey from Thanksgiving in my freezer, so like perfect, that's exactly what I'm gonna use. I have 1 can, it said cream of celery soup, but I had cream of mushroom, which I think just fine. Happen to have a 1/2 cup of sour cream hanging around, and I always have mixed vegetables on hand. I think these are actually from the Dollar Tree, but you can get them anywhere for cheap, like 99 cents. So anytime you have extra chicken, do not forget, or turkey, freeze that, because you can make something like this. So all I'm doing is putting a 1/2 cup of the stuffing in the bottom of my pan. You want to use like a 13x9. This is about that. And saving for the other 1.5 cups for the top. Next up, pour 3/4 a cup of chicken broth onto the remaining stuffing, and then put your chicken on top of your bed of stuffing on the bottom. And then in a medium bowl, you want to stir together your soup and your sour cream and your vegetables. Then pour that right over top of your chicken. Last but not least, pour the remaining stuffing right over the top of this, and then you want to cook this at a 500 degrees for about 20 minutes until everything's thoroughly cooked through. Now you can see that my chicken, I keep saying chicken, my turkey wasn't all that appetizing looking, but it tasted delicious. It came out of the freezer, it was still a little frozen. I cooked it maybe a little bit longer just to make sure that all got cooked through. But this was such a homey meal. It was really delicious, and it's all made of things that I already had on hand, so it made it nice and easy. I feel like with these meals, I just go with like paper plates and make it nice and simple. The next recipe is a recipe for those chicken leg quarters. Oh my goodness, they're always on sale, and I always buy them, and I'm always like, what do I do with them? So this is gonna be super simple. It's really more of an idea than a recipe. Barbecue them, right? So I happen to have some chicken leg quarters. I happen to have this bread that I bought on clearance from Walmart, and I was like, I'm gonna make garlic bread with it. Very, very easy. I'm sure you've seen this before, but you just put it on a plate with a little bit of butter and some seasoning. I showed this to my sister-in-law, I think we were on a summer vacation last year, and she's like, I didn't even think that you could, just put bread and some garlic, some butter and some garlic powder on a sheet pan, and it makes garlic bread. And I'm like, it's that simple. It's very, very good. So for these chicken leg quarters, I actually looked up a recipe on my Traeger app. I have a Traeger grill, so they were like a smoked recipe, but I will post that below, but it's very specific to that grill. But what I'm gonna say, this is my idea, is that, grill your chicken leg quarters, but also this meat gospel rub that I put on it, I will definitely link that below for you if you're interested in getting it. It is fantastic, such a good flavor. You can see it's covering the chicken really well. But really anything you have, think about, you have so many, I at least do. I always have so many different seasonings, and especially people give them to you for Christmas and stuff. Utilize those with your on sale chicken. That's perfect. And you don't have to think that hard. Just put them on the grill, put your spices on it, and it's going to be delicious. So here is my bread, and I've got my butter. It's nice to leave a little bit of butter out. I don't know, comment below if you're I'm team butter on the counter versus team butter in the refrigerator. But I always like to leave some in the refrigerator and some out, and that way it's nice and soft, so you can put it right on those pieces of bread there. And then for mine, I just like to do a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of Italian seasoning. And then you just toast this in the oven for like 5 minutes at like 400 degrees. And it is so good. It's just so simple, and it's just a great way to use, like, especially that clearance bread that I had in my fridge forever. Note to, like, if you don't keep bread in your fridge, I mean, I know some people like feel differently about it. Personally, bread in the fridge doesn't bother me because I'll toast it up or whatever, and it lasts so long. Like, forget the expiration date on it. Like, it never goes moldy, which I love about that. So, yeah, just put a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of Italian seasoning, and you are good to go. Also, as sides tonight, always utilizing the things in my freezer. I have this frozen corn. Again, I think that's Dollar Tree. And then I happen to have these organic sweet potatoes. Those are from Aldi. I buy them when they're on sale or when I can grab them. Maybe sometimes I'm thinking about doing something different. But hey, I still have them in my freezer. We got to use them. Just microwaved that corn, I think. And the sweet potatoes are microwaved as well. And you put a little bit of butter and salt on the corn. And those sweet potatoes are really good. Like, if you're an Aldi shopper, I recommend them. And then this is our chicken coming off the grill, like a little bit smoked, and our garlic bread. I mean, it's a hearty meal, and the family absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Barbecue chicken.
Yes, ma'am.
Barbecue sauce. What's that? Barbecue. It's just chicken.
All right, I'm sliding in here because I want to talk about today's sponsor. I want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of online classes. I have been a member for a while and have worked with them for quite some time. I really, really enjoy their classes. Lately, I've been on this like personal finance kick because let's face it, inflation is insane and I need to save money and I need to figure out a way to make my budget work. So I am looking for anything. There are amazing finance classes. I recently took a class called Modern Money Habits, 5 Steps to Build the Life You Want with Justin Bridges. Justin was so informative and amazing, and I really, really enjoyed the class. He had some great steps and some great ideas to figure out a way to kind of bring the budget down and just look at your money in general. Skillshare offers all sorts of different classes, including cooking and lifestyle. I personally took a bread making class before, which I really enjoyed, as well as an interior design course that really helped me to help visualize things in my house. So there's something for everyone on this platform, which is amazing. So if you were thinking of making 2022 a year of learning and growth, this is your time and this is your opportunity. Skillshare launches new premium classes every week. It's ad-free, and the entire catalog is available in English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and German, so you're all set. I was personally interested in joining Skillshare because I like to learn new things all the time and I'm always asking questions. So for me, it was a no-brainer. It's something that I can go on and learn new things about anything that hits my brain anytime I want. For me, it's a huge value to be able to just go on, search, and find what I'm looking for. So of course, I have an amazing offer for you. The first 1,000 people to click the link below in my description box will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Totally worth it. Go check it out. I know you're gonna love it.
What's a snowman's lunch?
I don't know. What is it?
Chili.
That's right, we're making chili because it's just not a $0 dinners without chili, if you ask me. This is my absolute favorite chili recipe. You just want to start with a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pan and dice up an onion. Super simple. Then add in about a pound of ground beef. You know, I buy it on sale ahead of time, put it in the freezer, then I can grab it anytime I want. So chili is at hand almost all the time. I always have onions, I always have ground beef, and I always have beans. Now, if you don't have ground beef, go ahead and just double the beans or triple the beans and it's still delicious chili. And the opposite's true too. If you only have ground beef and for some reason you don't have beans, go ahead and just use only ground beef and it's still amazing because there's just different types of chilies and some are with beans, some without. It's just fine. Then I'm gonna add in 2 tablespoons of your tomato paste and then look at all those seasonings. Now, my favorite part of this chili is that it has a little sugar in it. I gotta be honest, it makes it so good and so flavorful. So the seasonings in there are 2.5 tablespoons of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of ground cumin, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Now you can add in a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper if you'd like. I find that it makes it pretty spicy and my kids don't love spicy. Then you can see that I added a 15-ounce can of petite diced tomatoes. That happened to be tomatoes with green chilies in them, and I use those when I can, and they're delicious as well, so either or. And then a 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. And then I also want to add 1.5 cups of beef broth. Now I always keep beef bouillon on hand because that's super easy. You can see that I was just using like the rest of whatever I had from a tomato sauce can, and I'm adding 1.5 cups of water to that tomato sauce can to get all the sauce out of there. And then I think I use like 2 beef bouillon cubes, even though it's like technically 1.5, but you can never have too much flavor. And then I used 1 can of black beans. The original recipe calls for kidney beans. I don't usually keep kidney beans on hand. I prefer black beans, so that's what I have. Either or is fine. Pinto beans would be good in this too. So here are all my toppings. Just find what you have in your fridge. I happen to have sour cream. I happen to have shredded cheese. I think I actually shredded that from a block that I had left. I had an avocado, some limes, some cilantro. So this was, had a lot of toppings, but whatever you have, top it up and you're going to be in good shape. So I really do want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Always remember, chili is like the best $0 dinner, but there's a lot of other options out there as well. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. Again, do not forget about the first 1,000 subscribers to click the link in my description box below. Will get a free 1-month trial of Skillshare, so check it out. And I appreciate you all. I'll see you all very soon. Out of you.